welcome back. G Sharp here, back for another lesson upload with you guys. I know it's been a little while, but you know, as promised and as I always state, no, I'll always be back with more for you guys. So just know that. Just know. Okay, so what we're looking at here today, an important detail, something that we've never really kind of analyzed before, and that's sort of transitioning different positions within a key to impart the sense of continuity and flow and like smooth transitioning throughout the entire range of any scale in any key, and doing so in a way that's fluid and that really creates this illusion of a very kind of smooth and uninterrupted flowing kind of feel, you know, which is true and an important component to the style that, you know, that you see me playing, and I know that all of you guys enjoy this traditional bluesy kind of like old school approach to guitar. A lot of these great players, guys like, you know, Jimmy Page and Bonamassa and Slash, and you know, the things they're able to do on a, you know, very old, conceptually very traditional and old kind of instrument, right? So what you see me do there a moment ago was an attempt to sort of demonstrate some of these details in the way we use bends, and we use slides and bends to facilitate, to allow us, you know, to continue to flow throughout a scale, and to do so in a way that's very smooth and very clean, you know? Another example I'm thinking of. You know, for those of you who can see the details and where I'm doing it, like, you know, that's an example. You know, that's like descending. If we're thinking of it in a way of moving down, then we can look at it like this. Like, you see what I did? I started there and then, you know, this position that we're familiar with, right? Is a part of the whole pentatonic, the whole structure of the way a minor pentatonic, but then using a slide into a bend in another position, it's then we've now extended the range, and we're working through the scale in a way that's smooth and clean and articulate, like this. I moved through several octaves of it using only 3 strings by sliding and transitioning that way, you know, moving downwards. Another example, moving down. See, I'm almost at every increment and every interval that I can do it, I'm doing it here for you guys. Let's start here. As an example, let's look at it moving up the scale. So there, I use the G string on the G string to accommodate all the slide bends to make it work. If I wanted to use the B string, all right, using the B string and the E string. What I'm doing is making sense. I think that it probably is, and that's kind of the idea. You know, within that, there are ideally little bits where you can kind of stop and sort of pull them out, these little nuances and details that I'm explaining, and begin to sort of incorporate that into your playing style and the way you approach the guitar and the way you practice and improvise with the guitar. You know, use those slides and, you know, those choice spots that, you know, within the key, within the scale that you're working with, kind of hone in on a spot and go for it. And then once you've reached that point, and use that as an anchor to continue to play, and wherever you've ended up, wherever you've chosen to take it. For example, say I use the slide and the bend, as a way to incorporate, as a way to sort of transition into another position. But it's like once you get there, you don't just stop there, and the party's not over. You continue to work from that position and continue to flow as if you began there. Let me give you an example. Like if I began here, in the key of A, right? So if I use that and then I wanted to sort of find my way into that from, let's say, that might be a good example. I feel like it is, in the way that, we're playing, but where we hone in on another spot and we take the leap and go for it. And when you've arrived at that, continue to progress through it. And another detail I want to impart is that this distinction between the major key and the minor key, I would advise and really impart that you should begin to sort of kind of marry them together, unite those scales so that you are not distinguishing them as one or the other, and that they essentially become one. And I think that's like an important detail or a mentality in the way we approach this rock and roll, this bluesy kind of style, is that those scales ultimately, in most instances, in most examples, they've become one. Things like Paradise City outro, where he's just kind of going off in this, and it's really wonderful playing. I mean, that's an ideal example where within any given lick within that, it's combining those scales to the point where ultimately, seeing it from a musical standpoint and not such a theoretical standpoint, that there is no distinction in the player's hand, in the player's approach to it, that you're going for a spot because it sounds good and because it works for the music. And, theory aside, I don't say that theory is not important, but all the greatest players and all the players that, are so influential did not begin with theory and were never really concerned with theory until perhaps after the fact, when it became kind of, relative to the music that you're playing and, playing in a band. But abandon the theory and these rigid concepts of like these laws or these firm distinctions. I don't advise for those things, Play things because they sound good and because they feel good and because they suit the music, So we're transitioning, we're using slides to transition into new positions, and we're also blending the major and the minor scales, right? Look. All examples of how So I feel like I've been talking so much and I should probably stop talking. So anyway, good to be back and good to see you all. And my salutations to all the new subscribers. I see you all getting on board every day. And if you like the channel and if you dig the videos and the content, share it, man. Let other people know about it. Anyway, G Sharp reminding you that always available for Skype sessions. I prefer to think of them as sessions, not lessons, all right? I'm here to work and to inspire and to just share cool details. And I don't like the word lesson because I'm not a, professor over here. And this is just it's a better way to think of the relationship, and you're all invited and encouraged to reach out to me, Instagram and Facebook if you like, and G Sharp Media, Epic together, and set up a session if you choose, and if everyone who does it benefits and is always content with it, and it's something I enjoy doing, and I'm here. If any of you have the inclination or the inkling that's something you want to do, please feel free to reach out. Anyway, keep jamming, keep rocking, practice and practice and practice, and we'll all reach our goals. Anyway, we'll see you again next time, and keep practicing, keep playing, keep kicking ass, guys. All right, signing out.